Seeing Elsa just like
My mic working? Hello?
she got slammed into the wall.
I don't even know like what.
That shit was pretty funny. Oh my goodness,
Oh
bro.
my god.
Yo, what? Dude, there is no competitive integrity in this fucking video game at all. Like,
What? What is
everyone in this game is like, dude. Everyone in this game uses this like half the people in this game use the fucking
Oh my god, it's another tracker.
using trackers.
It's another tracker.
Please tell me you're not using a tracker. Please. Yo, dude.
This game is funny, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
Wait, is it a Magic or Black Panther?
Oh.
Yo, this shit is cringe.
This shit is cooked, bro.
Bro, like your reaction is cringe. Like mind your own business. I see no way at all. Like.
Yo, why are you cheating in GM, man?
I love this game, man. Are you scared of dive?
Oh look, they got
Are
an
you-
Angela too. Yeah,
Do you have a hard time, dude?
You better heal for me. Holy shit.
You're 250 health. You are dead.
Yeah, they got an all dive team. Like we're cool.
Don't say that.
Why does every tracker player be so
Play
scared
that.
before the match starts? It's so funny.
Yeah, no, they gonna die.
They be terrified before the match starts. Remember the game last night? Oh my god.
What happened in the game last night?
Remember the one with
Here's-
the who was he playing? Oh, the cloak was scared of the BP. So he was pulling
Yo,
up the
yeah,
tracker.
yeah.
That's
Yo, are you saying you're not gonna ban someone with a 60% win rate? Like,
Yeah,
bro,
it was a
that's not even
60% win
fucking
rate,
good.
dude.
Like, bro, every game there's somebody shamelessly
you said
admitting
Magic,
they're using
right?
a tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not playing Jeff here.
I'm not even trying to hide
Yo,
it
this
no
shit's
more.
embarrassing, man. Don't.
Why are you still yapping? Mind your own fucking business. That has nothing to do with
Yo,
you,
you're.
bro.
What do you mean nothing to do with
Whatever
you?
the fuck I want. I can do whatever I want. Nothing you.
You were the one making it my business by yapping to me. Maybe next time, shut the fuck up and keep it to
I
yourself.
mean, ain't you. Like, what's it to you, bro?
I don't want to be on the team with a fucking cheater.
We're all the
It's
same
fucking
team.
weird.
He's the one that told us to ban it.
Like, you made it our business.
Yeah, you think this is moss or you think it's grass?
I love this game, bro. How you gonna tell us to do something and he says mind your business?
You're such a weirdo. Loser
Hey, man.
behavior.
If you're gonna do it with fucking pride. Say it with your fucking chest next time.
I did
Oh, dude, we're
say it.
fucked.
You asked me and I said, yeah, like, what's it to you, bro? Mind your own business.
Bro, you can't tell us to do what you wanted us to do and then say mind your business. That doesn't make any sense.
You have no value in your TikTok. You're just rage baiting everything, bro.
Inva's out of Inva's. I forgot to say her name.
Oh.
I got her.
Don't tell my rage that game, yo.
You don't deserve this.
Magic on target by herself. Honestly, if
I should play
she's
Jeff or
supposed to
some
be
shit.
good white, she's so bad right now. Jesus.
Too many Spidey and
Tracker players always are afraid of fucking just having a challenge. They just don't like to play the game. Learn to play against Dive then. Shit.
This game's player base is so cooked.
For some reason.
Star-Lord is dead.
Oh, Mag's down. Nice.
So cringy how none of you have any
Oh
shit.
my god.
I got a Bucky
You don't
now.
deserve shit.
This is my kill, bro.
And a beef.
Like, here I was gonna go gamble for you too. Like, that's crazy.
Nah, I don't want it. Character's too complicated for someone like you. I don't want the gambit.
That's crazy.
Bucky already used this
I
one.
mean, they kill for me, don't forget.
Lucky's dead.
Fucking hate, dude.
Oh, what?
Guys, anybody's watching right now, everybody just shame the shit out of Tracker users, man.
No, she just jumped out of it. Just made me sad, that's all.
yo.
Let
There's
me.
nothing you can
Oh,
say.
W.
I don't like when other people yap like that.
Dude, I promise you, everything about me is better than you.
Yeah. Go through Instagram, let's see.
How did she look that, Chad?
What?
Instagram.
How did we get to Instagram? What happened? What I missed?
Right
Nah,
back.
I still got a kill.
You're dodging the Instagram? Alright.
What?
Talk to them, DPS. You want me to talk to them?
No. You don't want to talk to this
No,
guy.
no.
Don't do this.
Damn, I need to keep track of the time.
Mute them?
And it
Yeah, I
wasn't
can.
direct hit
Or not.
because she
Okay.
jumped too, huh?
There's still a chance.
So if only I had more charge or more time, then I would have gone.
Kill this guy.
Only 60 seconds left.
Bruh.
Now might be a good time to stop them.
Hey, we got this.
You wanna go?
It's only me.
You're getting mad talking to you. That's crazy.
My goodness, bro.
Dude, every tracker user has no fucking shame whatsoever.
Damn, I died.
Black Panther is dead.
Dude, I used.
It's just all
Oh,
drop for
he's so
healing.
low.
I never
I need
mind.
help.
Yeah, I got her.
Yeah, Fox, I'm not.
Hey, did Bucky use his
Look at
hook?
that. Bucky? I don't know. I died.
Oh.
I'm dead.
Killed the Bucky. Oh, this is the Emma!
Yo, Brandon, should I give him your Instagram?
Wish you had the beach skin on. I don't mind.
That'd be funny as fuck. No, I shouldn't do that. I should just.
You touching me, help. I mean, man.
Yeah, she slammed the shit out of me, Chuck. God damn.
Alright, let's stop.
I see that.
Oh, well. With my dash there.
Bucky, no hook.
The Stella Road.
Ready for me, hole. Nice. I ulted too late. Hello, I got her.
Wow.
Thank you.
W
thank
Magneto.
you.
Who is this amazing mag that I bet doesn't use a tracker?
Exactly. That shit is crazy.
Thank you.
I stopped the swing. I stopped the swing.
And talk to them, encouraging Death to keep talking.
Seconds left. You stopped them in their tracks.
Sometimes you just got. Oh, did you guys? Y'all notice that's like broken? Okay?
I'm just so tired of it, man. Fucking every game.
I don't blame you, but I'm like numb to it at this point.
Get in there.
Oh, I bubbled the wrong person, but you stayed
Nah,
alive.
I iframed. This team up gives me iframes. Okay, well this
I want
Venom's
that.
on me though.
I want you.
Oh, me? Oh shit, that's flattering.
I mean, you are a very handsome individual.
Thanks.
Wow, 4 in a row.
I killed Bucky.
Do we want to hold this point? Is this a okay point to hold?
Yeah. It's not bad.
Okay.
Just stop him from getting to say it.
I can't even touch, can I?
I don't think they can. What the f- That guy's
Nice.
crazy.
The current score is 0.
Oh yeah, he ulted like a. He
That was
ulted
my
like a
Rainbow
dagger.
Game
He
Duel
ulted
Zombie.
on dagger. Yeah.
Time to
I'm
start
kind of tempted to, I'm not gonna lie.
including
Lock
which
in, y'all.
side you're on.
What?
Devil Child, lock in.
You'll need a
Even though
top-notch
you're not
team
mad.
to win this one.
Your name is Devil Child and not Magic? Oh, you're selling my game.
Oh, I want to sell so fucking bad.
I'm literally 99 out of 100. Don't sell me, bro.
You don't deserve it.
I ain't gonna lie, brother. I'm at 97, brother.
The
buffed
This
how
is
long
also my
Mac
rank
hold.
up
Oh
game.
yeah,
My
yeah,
favorite
I remember.
But can you please lock in?
I'll lock in for everyone else, but like I know this guy's gonna get boosted to a rank and then go to Reddit and complain about matchmaking or some shit.
Eat. I only solo queue, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, old me would have threw the game.
Hey, where are you at?
Chat, old me would have threw the game
Oh,
ages
chat,
ago.
look at this.
30 seconds before you attack.
And that's fine, you know.
I've never duo queue with solo.
I mean, but you're using a tracker like this.
It's too late, bro. Nah, can't do that.
There's like bum out I don't want to deal with.
But like, what's the point of soloing if you're just gonna use a tracker?
Am I getting attention?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, shit.
Do what I want.
The battle
Okay.
starts in 5.
I'm sorry,
This
an
is
egg
for
will
us,
be
chat.
sexier.
I mean, it is what it is.
I'm sorry, an egg will be affects your mindset, bro. My bad.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
You guys should play a shittier character. Just give like a
We
chance
gotta
of us
just have
losing.
fun, you know?
You're right.
One DPS down.
Venom.
Gun is coming down.
They're playing Storm.
Play coming down.
Maybe I should switch characters, chat. I think it's too easy to play Moon Knight.
Nice.
I want at least chance of losing,
Second on card.
just to like piss this guy off.
Yeah.
How come I don't have the summer skin with him?
Here's the
Come on,
clue.
It's never too
I can't
late.
see you.
I can't do that on just.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Still not
I
right.
fucked up.
Oh, just a little bit closer. I could have showed it.
Nah, it's on me.
Almost there. Won't turn back now.
Yeah, streamers legitimately cheat on stream and it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, that's.
Orc spawn behind you guys, watch out.
She's dead.
Vehicle reached
I
a
feel like too
checkpoint.
many female veterans in their stories, though.
Ooh, I want to solo up this girl. Where's she at?
That was fucked up. What?
What?
Extermination.
That's funny.
Why not?
Yeah, good enough.
I didn't get assist for that. Where are they at?
Oh, where? Are they? Oh,
I just watched.
Man.
I just watched Infernacio get
I thought they were
blown
coming
the
down
fuck up.
main.
my healers were looking in the back alley or something.
This Venom dash, he's not even dying with a healer. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's sorry.
I want you.
What are you doing? He's like timing thing.
Where the fuck is this girl at?
There's a storm in the back line.
Oh, they ulted bad. Hey Rogue, how you doing?
That is fuck.
My ult.
Oh, so what's up, Punches? You streamed today? What you been up to? Oh, what you been up to, dude?
Come to the window area.
You need a bubble?
Oh, there is a billion people in that room. They're low.
Go in there, Rogue.
Okay.
There's a magic above, a storm above. Just watch out.
Oh, who stole that?
Cart. There's a, yeah, there's still a storm.
What? She ulted me?
A little help, please.
Who does that, Chad? Do you see that? What? What? There's 3 people on site. Nah, never mind. I want the Moon Knight.
Oh, that Venom amazing.
Down a healer.
Okay, I was about to ult, but never mind.
They're all dumping just back up.
Yeah, there's all dumping.
Indy's down. Hey, should I ult this Venom?
Losers. I killed them both. Let's walk up. I'm in this game.
No, that's game.
Oh, know what we should have done, Ally?
Uh,
We should have done like fucking thing and torch or some shit.
turn the shit
Oh,
off.
that would have been a crazy 360.
Ally, we should have done like thing and torch.
It's
Just
fucking
to
weird,
piss
man.
this guy off. Oh my god, that would have been perfect. Actually, I think thing's banned. Oh, he was banned. Never mind.
Dude, chat. Actually, I mean, it probably wouldn't work in high elo, but like,
Nah, thing's
diving
banned.
mag?
Diving mag. Wait, what are you cooking up?
That shit's working for me. I'm just diving them.
I mean, that team up is really good.
I
You just
wanted
chase
to
them
ult that
down.
venom. I was thinking about it, but I didn't want to risk it if C&D made it back, because I was thinking she was gonna make it back in time.